Oh man, that was so sweet. Guess what? If you liked what you saw there, we have a whole playlist for you on our YouTube page at youtube.com/EPNTV.
That's right. Now, one of the best things that we've been able to do with EP over the years is travel all over the world to visit developers working on games. And back in season 15, we visited Ubisoft in Montpellier, France to talk about Peter Jackson's King Kong. Take a look.
I'm standing with Mario, who's from Ubisoft Montreal, and you guys worked on the 360 version.
Absolutely. We were the team that was responsible to bring the creative genius of Michel Ancel and bring it to the Xbox 360. That was our mandate in Montreal.
And you guys had a bit of a challenge because it was Michel Ancel and Peter Jackson that you had to keep happy.
Exactly. You know, there's a lot of challenges where you're building a new game. Think about it. You know, we're building a game based on a movie, so there's the deadline of the movie we have to live with. There's the challenge of a new console, the Xbox 360, and there's also the challenge of working with a co-production, an entity which is Montpellier in France and us in Montreal.
Well, speaking of Michel Ancel, I was lucky enough to meet him and his team in Montpellier earlier this year. Let's take a look. We're here in Montpellier, and I'm standing with Michel Ancel, who is the creative director for Peter Jackson's King Kong. And one of the coolest stories I've heard about this game is that Peter Jackson actually sought you out to help him make the game because he was such a big fan of Beyond Good and Evil. How did that make you feel?
Yeah, it was quite a big surprise for me because when I met him, imagine it's 1 year ago, I was very stressed and I didn't knew that he played my game, you know. So I was like that, Peter Jackson, the big guy. But when he talked to me about Beyond Good and Evil, he said that he finished the game while he was still working on Lord of the Rings movies. Suddenly, you know, we had common points, you know, and common things to share about the game and the fact that he appreciates some parts of the game and would like to have a King Kong game in this kind of quality, you know, in terms of quality and characters.
Does he bring a lot to the table as a sort of a co-collaborator or designer or something on the game as well for you as you're building this one?
Yeah, I think we could ask him for making games and work as game designer for us because he's got a lot of ideas for game design, level design. He knows about game and he's got games ideas. The main ideas was, he suggested us around the table was being able to play King Kong himself and being able to play as the human, you know. Then you've got the contrast of the situations, you know, you can play on the both sides. So we got real good game design ideas.
When you look at the King Kong animations, they're amazing, and it's especially so when you think that everything has been hand animated. You guys didn't put like a motion capture suit on a monkey or something like that. You actually had artists sort of becoming the character and animating everything.
Yeah, because you know, we really worked from the Peter Jackson's description of King Kong. He really explained us how King Kong was able to use all his the feet and the arms in the same time, you know, as gorillas do, you know, able to grab that and move like this and all these things in order to retrieve, you know, the spirit of the character of King Kong himself, you know, a mix of bestiality and humanity in the same time.
Thank you very much, Michel.
Thank you.
Good luck with King Kong.
Thank you.